Hi first grade, welcome back to Art with Miss B. I'm so glad to see you guys today. This week we are going to be doing a two-step project, just kind of like last week. Okay, so this week we are going to be getting to make a flower. Now this isn't just any flower, it is called a spring echo flower. What? Spring echo flower? What in the world, Miss B? Well, we all know the word spring, and that's the season we're in right now, is the spring season. And we know what happens in the spring. Flowers and leaves start to bloom, and it's beautiful and wonderful. So we're going to be creating a flower to represent spring. But the echo, that word echo, when you hear an echo, okay, for example, maybe you're in a cave or in a big valley, and you yell out something, and you hear it come back to you. That is an echo. So we have this funny thing that has been passed all down through all the generations where you can go echo, 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 echo. And your voice gets quieter as you repeat it. That means that it's repeating what you are saying and it's coming back to you. That means it's hitting a wall and it's coming back. And that sound just keeps going on and on and on. That's called an echo. So what does that mean when it comes to art? Because we're not going to be just yelling at our papers and hoping that something happens. No, that would be silly. So what we're going to be doing is we are going to be creating lines that are repeating over and over and over, and that is called an echo line. Okay, so we're going to be creating a spring echo flower. So today, step one is going to be getting to draw out our outline of the flower. And then step two will come on Wednesday, and that is when we start to add our color and other patterns that we are going to be putting into it. Okay, because a pattern is something that repeats. That's kind of like an echo. Huh. All right, so for this first step, you're going to need a paper and you're going to need a pencil. Miss B is going to use a marker so that you guys can see it a little bit better on the camera, but you should always start with a pencil. Remember why? Yeah, because if you're not happy with it, then you can erase it. If you want to just do what Miss B does, that's fine too. If you feel confident and you want to just do it with a marker, go ahead and start with a marker. Okay, so grab your pencil or marker and your paper, and let's see step one. All right, so for our flower today, we are going to be creating a daisy. Now, you can copy mine, or if you feel confident and you want to just make your own flower, maybe you have a different favorite flower, you can do that too. That is just fine. Okay, but Miss B is going to be showing you how to do a daisy. Okay, so the first step of doing a daisy, and usually the first step of any flower, unless it's a flower that does not have a yellow center, is we draw a circle. So first thing you want to do is draw a circle in the middle of your page. Now this circle should not be too big and it shouldn't be too small, okay? Because you want to have some petals that come out, but we want to make sure that there's room around our flower so that we can have those echo lines. Okay, so now we go on to doing the petals. Now the petals are basically just loops that go from one part of the circle, loop up, and come down and touch the other side of the circle. Okay, so Miss B is going to do kind of shorter loops like this, okay? And then my next one is going to start just a little bit further away from it. See how I turn my paper when I'm ready to do my next one, okay? And I want those petals to touch, loop, and come back. So I'm going to repeat that all the way around so I have the petals of my flower. One thing you will notice about my daisy is that the petals aren't all the same. And that's how it is on flowers all the time. No two flowers look the same, and even no two petals look the same. All right, so here is my daisy, and I'm happy with that. And now we're gonna create our stem. Now our stem is gonna be, it's gonna have two sides to it, okay? So there's gonna be a left side with a left leaf, and then a right side with a right leaf. So let's start with the left. Okay, so pick a spot on your flower. I'm just gonna go down the middle, and you're gonna draw a straight line down, and then you're going to make a football shape. That is going to be our leaf. Okay, football shape leaf. That's the left side of our flower. Right side of the flower. Start at the top. Now, I don't want my leaves to be in the same spot. I want one to be higher than the other. That's called balance. It makes it look interesting and different, and it gives it a little bit of variety. So I'm going to bring that down and stop. Do that football shape again with a little bit of a curve, or it could be an eye shape. And back to my stem and all the way down. Okay, so now here comes the part of the echo. All right, so the echo of the flower is going to be a line that goes around the flower and then keeps repeating that same line. Okay, so we are going to simply outline the outside of the flower using a simple line. Now this line is sometimes going to be straight and sometimes it's going to be curving and wavy. Okay, so I'm going to start at the bottom here and see how I'm just going to kind of curve that line. Like this. I'm making like a waves to go around my petals and back down. So that's our first line. Now we need to echo it. Okay, echo it means to copy. So give yourself some space, go a little bit away, but now I'm going to copy that line and create its echo. Like that. Okay, now we're gonna do that all the way till it goes off the paper. If you reach an edge, just stop, lift your pen up or marker or pencil, whatever you're using, and then start again where the paper begins. All right, and Miss B's gonna go ahead and zoom through that. So here is my finished drawing for my echo flower. Okay, you can see that the lines are all echoing the similar shapes and the similar lines that I did before. Up in this corner, you can see that whenever I ran out of space on my paper, I just start on one side, I copy that line and I stopped. Start on the other side, copy and stop. Okay, and I just repeated that all the way up into my corners. You want this to go all the way off the page. It makes it look like an echo. Okay, so that was step 1 of our echo flowers. On Wednesday, we're going to be adding our color to it. Okay, now the color is going to be creating a pattern, as well as you will have the option to give it some designs using different shapes and different line design patterns. And so we'll learn all about that on Wednesday. I hope you guys have a really great Monday, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Bye!